comes to the rules of beauty, some ideas are just meant to be broken. So here to bend the rules are Bahar, Tracy, and Anne. And I love this. They're all makeup artists, but they don't always do the things that we say that you should do, right? So I'm going to start with the first one. Applying your foundation first is a must. This is what we've been taught. Bahar, what do you think?
So I used to think growing up, because I would see mom do it in a certain order, I would do that. Then I went to beauty school, I took cosmetology school, and that's what I was told you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And then I got into the field, and I'm like, there were so many problems with applying your foundation first, or your concealer first, or all these other things that now, personally, when I do my makeup, it's maybe like the second or third or fourth, fifth, and sometimes I don't wear it. Sometimes when you're doing makeup on someone, you don't have to wear it. So no, this isn't a steadfast rule as far as I'm concerned that foundation must go on first.
Okay, T, what do you think?
Well, I was looking for a fight, but I agree. I don't think it matters. I think, well, in some cases it matters. Like when you're doing makeup on somebody, sometimes psychologically, if you do the eyes first, it throws them off because they don't look as pretty yet. Like when you lay down the foundation first, do everything first, and have the canvas looking pretty, they start to think that they're looking good. But when you just do their eyes first and all their imperfections are still showing, it freaks them out. But I like to work on other people doing their eyes first, and then their foundation second. But on myself, I do the foundation first.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What does it depend on?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Right. Anne, how about you? Foundation first?
I like to do it last, actually. I like to do the eyes, and then I like to clean it with the Q-tip because there is always a little bit of fallout, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you go with dark color and smoky eyes. So for me, it's always eyes first. Clean it, foundation. When I do my own makeup, for some reason, foundation first.
Both of you are like
but
that.
I know I'm not going to have fallout.
Oh,
you know?
That's how I feel.
Oh, that's so cool.
I mean, I just
on my face, nothing's going to be out of place. Okay, that's interesting. Here's the second one. Don't wear blush and bronzer at the same time. Tracy P. Is this
Why
a rule?
not?
I don't know.
I've heard makeup artists say not to do this, but I don't really see the reason why not. I think they do two different things.
Yeah.
So a bronzer is to kind of give your skin warmth, but I find the blush is to give your skin color, right?
Yeah.
To make you look like you're flushed, make you look healthy. So I don't see anything wrong with it. I've used bronzer and then thrown a little blush on top. So I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm not really about rules, though. So as you'll see as we continue this conversation.
You're such a rule breaker. Bahar, what do you think?
I don't see the point in wearing both.
Okay, so you say no, don't wear both.
Tracy's right. Well, Tracy's right about one adds warmth, one adds color to your face. But for the average person, just doing their makeup to go to work randomly, an extra cost, an extra amount of time spent. When your blush, depending on the shade, can also maybe do a little bit of that warmth. It's more of a, in my mind, an added step.
Right.
That unless you're doing gala makeup or you're having a makeup artist go ahead and do what they have to do, you don't necessarily have to wear.
You don't have to have both.
Both.
But a blush isn't going to make you look tanned. A bronzer will.
Depends on the shade of blush. What if it's a peachy-ish? Listen, if it's a peachy-ish shade or a warmer peach, because peach also looks good on everyone, it could, kill two birds with one stone.
And you're going to be the, what do you think?
I don't think it does the same thing. I like to use bronzer more to sculpt the face, and I will go right under the cheekbone and then put a pop of color on the cheekbone. So for me, use both. It doesn't do the same thing.
Use both.
Sorry, Bahar.
Okay. You know what? It depends on the time. Do you have time or not? Right? If you have time, go for it. If you don't, don't. Here's another one. If you wear liquid foundation, you have to set it with powder. And what do you think of that one? Do you have to set it with powder, the liquid foundation?
Yes and no. So if you have normal to oily to combination skin, set it with powder. It will stay a lot longer.
Yeah.
Mature skin, dry skin, stay away. As much luminosity as possible.
Okay. It's going to be too cakey?
Too cakey. It's just gonna make you look older.
Okay. T?
I think if it's a translucent powder, you should set it. Like I would put a translucent if you're more mature, like you said. If you have fine lines, I still would set it with a translucent powder. It's not going to be as heavy.
Yeah.
I think if you just leave any type of liquid on the face, by the end of the day, it picks up its bags and moves right across somewhere else onto the face. So I think you need to set it, but it depends what you're setting it with.
Oh, I see. So go with a lighter setting powder if you're
For me, that's what I would do. I would never leave it just like that.
No. Depends on the formula, depends on your skin type, depends on did you wear a primer or not. Realistically, the only places that should be set are when you are applying concealer or foundation here to cover up a circle, because that is what you do not want to be transient.
Yeah.
But I like people who have a healthier looking skin, right? When your foundation is just a touch sheer, just a touch like, you know, a little bit of shine here and there. No, no, you do not have to.
Okay, good. I like it. It's all the variations, right?